Wakas. Thank you for being with me on this journey of grief, sorrow, and love. This is the epilogue or end of this story. Jackson's point of view. Bakit, engineer? May problema ba? Tanong ng cashier sa akin pagkatapos akong mabigyan ng tseke. Hindi pa papasok sa bank account ang sweldo ng mga bagong empleyadong tulad ko. Idinadaan sa tseke iyon. Alam ko na rin kung magkano ang kikitain ko pero naisip kong sana malaki-laki ang ibibigay. Though it wasn't hard to process, this is only my first week, but I had hoped too much that it's going to be bigger than this. May pamilya ka na ba, anak, na binubuhay, I mean? The woman cashier asked when she noticed the way I stared on my check. Ngumiti ako at umiling. Wala naman. Salamat dito. Aalis na sana ako pero bigla niya akong muling tinawag. Teka lang, o gusto mong mag-advance pa? Kulang ba? Malaki naman ang sweldo nyo pero kung kukunin ng linggo-linggo, medyo maliit talagang tingnan. Ngayon ko lang natitigan ng mabuti ang cashier na nagbigay sa akin noon. She smiled sweetly at me and licked her lower lip. The provocative gleam in her eyes isn't new to me, as it's not rare to see a girl looking at me like that, kahit sa Castellana o rito man sa Maynila. Lagi kong iniisip na ang mali ni Kuya Sibal ay masyado siyang seryoso sa mga babae. When he met Snow Galvez and fell in love, I knew then it was his distraction, and I was right. He was very much like father who was serious in all things, valued values and honor too much. For me, it's almost martyrdom and saintly to live like that, kaya naman hindi ko gagayahin. I will value all those things but I won't choose it over a better and easier life. Sa eskwelahan, kung puro kaaral at walang diskarte, hindi ka mapupunta sa tuktok. Sa pangingisda, kung hindi ka madiskarte at di mo uunahin ng iba, walang matitira para sa'yo. Sa babae, kung puro puso at walang utak, ikaw ang lolokohin. But today I realized that I'm all the same with my brother and my father. Imbis na umuwi ako ng diretso, hindi ko na napigilan ang sarili ko. I'm in Raul Riago's office after my long day in the refinery's office. Nagantay pa ako ng 1 oras dahil nasa meeting siya kanina. Ngayong nasa harap na, tinititigan niya lang ako habang nagsasalin ng whiskey sa baso. Radley, when he heard that I was here, immediately went with his cousin's office so he's also here. Raul pushed the glass of whiskey towards me and then he raised his before drinking. Naupo siya pagkatapos at ngumisi. Si Radley, nasa sofa sa malayo, nakatingin sa amin habang umiinom na rin ng sarili niyang whiskey. Bakit mo kailangan ng trabaho? You landed on a fine job. That line could go all the way up to a director if you concentrate on that. Inayawan mo pa yung offer ko sa'yo sa Riego still dito tapos gusto mo naman ngayon ng labor work? Wala naman akong ginagawa sa gabi kaya naisipan ko magtrabaho na lang nga sa construction. Hindi ba pareho naman kayong ganun ang pinagdaanan ni Radley? I asked him. We were both there to experience and to feel what it's like to be the employees of our company. Yes, para na rin tustusan ang sarili namin. Pero ikaw ba, ganoon ang gusto o baka may babaeng involved dito, Jackson? Hindi ako nagsalita. You know, you have a share in these families. I don't want to touch that, Raul. I'll make my own money. Mariin kong sinabi. Raul chuckled evilly at my words. Sa huli, umiling siya. It runs in the blood. Ilang taon na ba itong girlfriend mo at Galvez na naman ba? Unti-unting umapaw ang iritasyon ko sa mga panunuya niya. Kung hindi lang ito nakatatanda sa akin, kanino ko pa inasar sa alam ko sa buhay niya, particularly his girl. Hindi na nga lang ako pumatol pa dahil mabilis niyang sinundan ang sinabi. You know, the modern woman today likes texting. If you get this job, you'll forget to text her and she'll eventually dislike you for that. Kung hindi niya maintindihan na nagtatrabaho ako kaya ako abala, hindi siya para sa akin kung ganoon. Raul smirked again. Kung ako hihiwalayan dahil busy ako sa trabaho, I'll ditch that work to be with my girl. Radley lazily said that in the background kaya napatingin ako. Bakit ako maniniwala sa dalawang ito? Pareho naman silang hindi pinalad sa mga babae nila. But like I said, they are both older than me so I shouldn't interrupt their ideas. If you both just didn't leave the casa for your home when you were young, hindi mo na sana nakikita yung pamilya ng kinababaliwan nyo ng kapatid mo. At ni Tito Achilles din pala. Si Raul habang may pinipirmahang papel sa harap ko. Lumapit na pala si Radley sa lamesa at nagsali na ulit ng whiskey sa kanyang baso. "I can say that to you, Raj, in a different context," he warned him. Raul glared at his cousin sharply. "Father thinks," I interrupted, but I got cut off by Raul. "Tito Achilles is a Riego. Lola Leona is the daughter of our great-grandfather. Kahit pa ayaw tanggapin, matagal nang tanggap ni Lolo iyon. Alam ni Papa iyon. Gusto niya lang talagang matuto kaming mamuhay ng simple at gumawa ng sariling pangalan kalaunan. That could be one. O baka gaya ng pangaasar ni Papa sa kanya na gusto niya lang talaga roon dahil malapit sa, alam mo na." Tumikhim ako. "Hindi naman siguro. Tsaka may asawa yung tao, Radley." "Well, enough of your musing, Raul. Give him the damn job. Huwag mo lang kalimutan ng payo ko, ha?" "Hindi naman siguro mangyayari iyon." I laughed a bit. Raul pointed at his cousin. "Let's bet." I am completely just like all of them. That's what I realized. Nagtiimbagang ako habang nagpapahinga. Nakaupo sa pinagpatong-patong na bakal na gagamitin sa pagtatayo ng susunod na palapag ng matayog na toreng ito. Tanaw ang kalakhan ng syudad at ang malamig ng ihip ng hangin ay mas lalong nagpalamig sa aking damdamin pagkatapos basahin ang mensahe ni Amber. Amber: "Hindi ka na nga umuwi, hindi ka pa nagre-reply. Tulog na nga lang ako, para akong walang boyfriend." Dahan-dahan akong nagtipa. Days ago, I won't even go to more rational reasons, but tonight I let myself go. Maybe she's too young for me. She wouldn't understand what it's like. Or she's too rich for me. She doesn't know what it's like to be short of money. I sighed and regret thinking that way. Of course, she is young and also very rich. Bago pa ang taong ito, alam ko na yon. Ako: "I'm sorry, sasagutin ko ang mga numero na hindi mo nakuha. Isasend ko ngayon. Please reply if you're still awake. I miss you." Naalala ko noong una akong binalaan ni Papa sa kay Amber. Dinudumog kami ng taong bayan sa baybayin dahil sa dami at presko naming huli galing sa paingisda. Tanaw galing sa kinaroroonan namin ang mansyon ng mga Galvez. Hindi sinasadya napadpad ang mga mata ko roon. I saw a tall girl with a long hair. She was watching us with those angelic eyes. Dagdagan pa ang puting bestida at malagatas na kutis, para siyang anghel. Sa gitna ng maraming taong nagtatanong kung magkano ang benta namin sa mga isda, natili ang mga mata ko sa babae. She looked young, but because of her height, I can almost tell that her age wasn't that far from mine. Maybe just 2 years younger, or 3. Nilapitan siya ng unipormadong kasambahay at may sinabi rito. She smiled at the woman and politely nodded at something. After that, her eyes went back to us, then to me. Hindi ko alam kung bakit ako kinabahan. Sa kaba kong iyon, pilit kong inalis ang tingin ko sa kanya at inignora na lang ang kanyang presensya. When I heard the noise of the people in front of me, that's when I realized how different our life was to the lives of the rich. Sa ilalim ng init ng araw, pawisan kami at may suot lamang na maninipis na damit. We fished all night that my t-shirt smells like the sea. Dagdagan pa ng kanina ko pang dinadalang mga balde ng isda. We are nothing but a mess compared to those who just woke up looking fresh and smelling like the morning dew. It made me bitter but I couldn't help but look back at the girl. Palapit na ngayon. Nagkatinginan kami. Mas lalo lang kumunot ang noo ko at nag-iwas ng tingin. "Hi, good morning," she greeted. Inilaga ng mga taong lumapit dahil sa pagkakakilanlan bilang isang Galvez. Because she's now talking to me, inilaga na rin ako ng mga tao at bumaling sa ibang mayang isda. "Anong oras kayo ng isda? Ang aga pa ah." Hindi ako sumagot. Her sweet voice could almost fool anyone. Inabala ko ang sarili ko sa ginagawang pagbabalot. "Hindi mo pa rin ba ako papansinin?" Wala akong kibo. I treated her like she's nothing but the wind. Nag-squat ako kaya lumapit siya at yumuko. Hinawakan niya ang braso ko para makuha ang atensyon ko. The way she touched me made me jump a bit. Pagalit ko siyang natingnan sa iritasyon. "I'm just curious." Napapaos na yan sinabi nang nakita ang reaksyon ko. "Bumalik ka na roon sa inyo, hindi ka nababagay rito." Malamig kong sinabi. Now that I talk to her somehow, she finds it positive. Akala niya kakausapin ko nang talaga siya. "Bakit naman? Ayos lang naman sa akin dito. Masaya ako na nakakasalamuha ng maraming tao. Tsaka..." "Huwag kang makulit. Ayoko makipag-usap. Umuwi ka na roon." I cut her off with gritted teeth. My ruthlessness shocked her. Naistatwa siya ng ilang sandali. Nang bumaling ako sa kanya, nahuli ko ang malulungkot niyang mga mata. Damn it. She looked like a bruised little angel. Bakit ka noon? Sa pagkakaalam ko naman, maarte raw talaga ang mga Galveza. Marahan siyang naglakad palayo. Nakayuko. Nanlamig agad ako at natigil sa ginagawa. I feel so guilty. Mas lalo pa nang nakitang may pinunasan siya sa kanyang mukha. Umiiyak siya? Nasa gitna na ako ng pagtakbo at pagtawag sa kanya para tingnan kung masyado ba akong naging marahas nang nagsalita si Papa. Anak ni Maria Emilia Galvez yan, Jackson. Yumuko ako at inabala ang sarili sa paglalagay ng mga isda sa mga supot. Sabay bigay sa bumibili. Hindi nga lang ako tinantanan ni Papa. Alam kong paulit-ulit na ako sa inyo ng kuya mo pero hindi ako magsasawa. Tsaka nyo na pangarapin ng mga Galvez kung may ibubuga na kayo sa buhay. Hindi ko pinapangarap yan, Papa. Tinaboy ko nga. Bata pa at isa pa, may girlfriend na ako. Tumawa si Papa at ilang sandaling hindi nagsalita. Marami, di ba? I smirked at his accurate question. Nawala na sa isipan ko ang imahe ng anghel na itinaboy ko kani-kanina lang. Tama, tsaka hindi ka rin papasariyan kung babaero ka, Jackson. Don't know if I'll be relieved or be worried more. That's when I decided to create their image on my mind. Sila ay mga matapobreng mayaman, pare-parehong masama, maarte, at walang dulot kundi gulo. It was safer that way than conclude that that girl was kind and innocent. When I met Snow, I didn't have any interest with her at all, but I knew my brother liked her. When she left Castellona, all my prejudices of the Galvez family was proven right. Mabait man si Snow sa akin, medyo maarte pa rin siya. At wala siya na idulot sa kuya ko kundi gulo. But since she's a friend to me, I want to cut her some slack and reconsider. For Snow, hindi para sa ibang tao, lalong hindi para sa kay Amber, na anak mismo ni Maria Emilia. I'd like to imagine that she's all the bad things the town painted her. But then, she really is this soft and innocent lady. Kahit halatang walang gustong gawin ang mga tao rito kundi ang maghiganti, nagagawa niya pa rin maging mabait, magtiwala. I think it was because she proved my prejudices wrong, or maybe because she's beautiful, innocent, and kind at the same time. Alinman sa mga iyon ang nagustuhan ko. Little by little, as I look around and see that I know girls who are the same, pretty, nice, and kind, natanto kong hindi naman pala kakaiba ang mga katangian niya. Bakit hindi ko magustuhan ng ibang babae kung ganoon din naman sila? Jackson, salamat nga pala sa pagbibigay mo ng email. Buti rin na ibigay mo yung guidelines. Malapit na ako makapasok. Si Rowena nang nagkita kami isang araw sa opisina. Naghihintay siya sa lobby. Abala ako buong umaga at nang lumabas ako para sana kumain ng lunch, naabutan ko siya roon. We were good friends back in Castellona. She's smart and also an honor student back in high school and college. Simula noong kami na ni Amber, binawasan ko ang paipagkita sa kanya at sa iba naming kaklase. Bukod sa gusto kong abalahin ang sarili sa pagtatrabaho, Amber is also a jealous girlfriend. I smirked at the thought. Although I like that about her, lagi ko kasi siyang nahuhuli sa mga nararamdaman niya kapag nagsiselo siya. Hindi niya kaya maglihim kapag nagsiselos siya. Kaya lang ayoko naman palagian lalo na ngayong malayo kaming dalawa. Mas mahirap kasi iyon. Ganoon ba? Congrats. Bati ko sa kanya. Rowena smiled shyly at me before giving me something. Napababa ang tingin ko roon at nakita kong isang supot na galing sa isang fast food. Nagulat ako roon. Eto kaunting pasasalamat ko sa'yo. Nalaman ko rin kasi kay Tito Achilles na nagtitipid ka raw ngayon kasi gusto mong bumisita ulit sa Castellona. May isa ka pa raw na trabaho pero hindi mo lang sinasabi. Tumawa ako. Salamat. Sana hindi ka na nag-abala. Si Papa talaga. Sinabi niya pa yon. Ano ka ba? Concerned din ako sa'yo syempre. Kaya nagtatanong-tanong ako kung kamusta ka. Tsaka tinake out ko na to ha kasi alam ko kapag sinamahan kita sa restaurant, hindi ka papayag na ako ang manlibre. I laugh again. I met more girls who all seemed nice and kind. Kaya roon ko nalaman kung ano ang kaibahan ni Amber sa kanila. I'm really fucking unconditionally in love with her. She's so young. She doesn't know how to trust yet. She doesn't know how a mature relationship works. Pero ako rin naman, hindi man ako kasing bata niya, Wala rin akong karanasan sa seryoso at pangmatandang relasyon. The first sign of her maturity was when she broke up with me. Doon ako pinakanatakot. I am not deciding this while I am mad. I am completely fine. I am not crying, see? Pinag-isipan ko na ito ng mabuti sa nagdaang araw. Ito ang nakikita kong tanging solusyon. So you could grow without a problem that will only pull you down. Mura ang inabot ko sa sarili ko pagkatapos ng tawag na iyon. She handled me like a grown woman. Her words were sharp, civil, and straight to the point. Walang selosang dahilan at walang galit, katapusan lang. She finally realized that she couldn't do long-distance relationships, and to not be a pain in my ass, she decided to break us up. It was like a decision of a fucking grown woman, and it scared me the most. Wala ako nang inisip niya itong mabuti. Nandito ako nun, nagtatrabaho. Wala ako nang nagbago ang isipan niya at nagmature siya. Hinayaan ko siyang mag-isang pag-isipan ito. Pareho kaming marami pang dapat matutunan, pero bakit ko hinahayaang malayo ako? It's a premature LDR. I can't work this all out when she's this way. Nabanggit ko kay Ares Riego ang offer kong ito, Jackson. Sigurado ka ba rito? My boss asked. He offered me a scholarship in an international school for a master's degree. It was the turning point for me. He saw my potential and he was threatened because if he didn't get me a scholarship, someone else from the board of directors will. Kaya kahit na bago pa lang ako, inunahan niya na. Scholarship sa Middle East at habang nag-aaral ako, I will monitor the main branch of the oil refinery there. Sa araw na dapat malaman niya ang sagot ko, isinabay ko ang resignation ko rin sa buong kumpanya. This is the best offer I ever had for an employee ever, Engineer Riego. Ngayon, hindi lang ang pagtanggi sa scholarship ang gagawin mo. You're also resigning. Tell me, did someone offer you a bigger opportunity? Wala po, Engineer. Raul Riego offered you a bigger job in Riego Steel? Umiling ako. Even if he did, I will settle only for what I deserve for now. I have no credentials yet. So, you will be working with him? Alam ko namang malaking kumpanya iyon, pero ang akala ko ba rito ka sa kumpanya ko para gumawa ng sariling pangalan? Umigting ang bagang ko dahil alam ko sa sarili ko kung alin sa dalawang trabaho ang gusto ko. I'll choose only to live in the shadow of being a Riego for Amber. Kapag pareho kaming natuto o kapag mag-Maynila siya, susubukan ko ulit sa mga oil refinery at kung kaya na'y ako na ang magpapaaral sa sarili kong master's degree. Babalik din siguro ako rito sa Maynila sa susunod ng taon kung pwede na. Tsaka ako maghahanap ulit ng trabaho sa oil refinery. Ha? His swivel chair moved. I'm confused. You'll work under Riego still but you will come back in Manila to find another job next year? Nagkatinginan lang kami ng boss ko. I don't know how to explain more without telling him the truth. But like any calloused old man, he knew then what it was. Do you have a girlfriend back in that province, Engineer? Yes, I said without looking. Ah! He laughed loudly. Hindi ako tumawa o nangiti man lang. Natili akong seryoso lalo na't kahihiwalay lang ni Amber sa akin. He then signed without hesitation the approved stamp for my resignation. I get it now, but please know that my offer will stand until you and your girl is steady. Ano bang kurso niyan? O chemical engineer din ba at baka naman pwedeng isama mo? I'll give her an opportunity too. Umiling ako. Hindi po, college pa po at hindi related ang kurso ko. Oh, but if she graduates and you still want this opportunity, I'll see if I can do something for her para hindi kayo magkahiwalay. Nagulat ako roon. Masyadong malaking bagay na nga ang scholarship ko, ganun pa ang offer niya para sa girlfriend ko. I mean it, Jackson. I can see that you have a bright future in this field. You are hardworking and excellent. That's a rare combination in young engineers, so I am putting all my bet on you. This offer will stand until you're ready. I hope you will be soon. Mas magandang maagang nagsisimula sa mundong ito, Jackson. Besides, it looks like it runs in your blood, ha? You Riegos work like there's a deadline. Pataasan ng credentials at pabataan ng pagiging successful. Maraming salamat po. Pasensya na talaga sa abala. I wanted to prove myself by working in this company, but I feel like I'm not ready for all of the offers yet. Your girl is not ready for this, Jackson. Ako rin naman po. Tanging pag-confirm ako sa naisip niyang dahilan. Hindi ko rin alam kung ano ang magiging reaksyon ko kapag siya naman ang naging abala sa kanyang karir. Before building mine, I want to make sure that our relationship's foundation is strong first. That's nice to hear. Kahit sa relasyon, magaling ka ring humawak. My boss laughed heartily at that. I left my work and turned down a great opportunity for our relationship. Hindi na nagkomento si Papa kahit na alam ko kung ano talaga ang gusto niya sabihin sa akin. He kept reminding me of it before. Work hard first and think about love last. Pero noong nakita at nalaman niya tungkol sa amin ni Amber, wala na siyang sinabi pa tungkol sa trabaho ko. In fact, he was more concerned about how I treat Amber. He was protective of her that my choice to leave work and be with her might be a good decision for him. Sa pananaw ko, madaling makahanap ng bagong trabaho at oportunidad kung magsisikap ako. Si Amber ang mahirap. I don't want to be like my father who's always obviously so hung up for Maria Emilia Galvez. Walang circumstansyang pwedeng maging rason para pakawalan ko si Amber. We found each other early and I want to prove that we can keep it that way until we're ready and stable. Her brown innocent eyes reflected the colors of orange, pink, blue, and purple of the sky. It's all worth it to hear her voice, have her assurance that she wants and needs me, see her smile, kiss her, it's all enough for me. She's straddling me as I possessively wrap my arms around her waist. Nakatitig ako sa kanyang mga mata habang ganoon din siya sa akin. She's very flushed and her lips are so red. I licked my own when I'm suddenly so hungry for her kisses again. I hope that the ride from the secret beach to Castellana was an hour, just so I could spend more time with her. She looked away sadly, putting emphasis on it through pouting her lips. Hinuli ko ang mga mata niya pero tinulak niya ako. What's wrong? I asked. First time ko yun, she said sadly. I know. Dahil sa nangyari, hindi mo na ako mamimiss habang nasa Maynila ako. Reklamo niya. Beating my lower lip and raising a brow, I caught her eyes so I would have the full view of her misery. Bakit naman? Malambing kong sinabi sabay haplos sa kanyang buhok. Dahil may nangyari sa atin, that would be enough of a memory for you for the next days, she said miserably. I smiled. I pushed her closer to me and let my lips softly glide on her neck. Tama ako, di ba? Marahan niyang sinabi habang nagpapatuloy ako sa ginagawa. You mean I'm sated so I won't miss you? Hindi siya kumibo. Namula lang ang kanyang mukha, hindi tanggap na diretsahan kong nasabi ang iniisip niya. I'm not sated, Amber. We could do that over and over again today, and still won't be sated. Nag-angat siya ng tingin sa akin. I smiled and kissed her lips. Kaya mali ka, I'm going to miss you. Hahanap ka ng iba dahil wala ako kung ganoon? I softly knocked on her head twice to prove a point. Sinamangutan niya ako dahil sa ginawa at sa maruming iniisip. Umuwi ako rito para sa atin. I don't want to lose you, that's why I'm here. Now you think I'll cheat just because you're out of my sight? I explained carefully. Nag-iwas siya ng tingin. And besides, I can wait, I whispered. I'll just imagine us when I'm missing you. Namula siya pagkatapos ng sinabi ko. I chuckled when I caught her awkward expression. Isang marahang halik at parang naglaho ang pagdududa niyang walang basehan. It was the happiest day for me. Ang akala kong pagsisihang mga padalos-dalos na desisyon, napawi dahil sa kanya. But my happiness didn't last even for the whole of that day. Umuwi siya ng Maynila noon. Sa saya ko sa nangyari sa araw na iyon, hindi ako agad nakatulog sa gabi. But it shattered when I received a text from a cousin, Asen. I normally don't reply to him that much and he doesn't text always too. Kaya katakataka iyon. Asen. Girlfriend mo ba to? Tingnan mo ang sisend kong video. Noong nasa Maynila ako, madalas kaming magkita kapag day off. Nababanggit ko sa kanya tuwing nagtatanong and it turns out, the Sevillas, Amber's family are really known as elite people. However, because many look up to them, medyo kilala nga sila imbes na low profile. He knows Amber, his friends knew her too. I opened the video he sent to me through the phone at kahit madilim, paulit-ulit kong piniplay para makita kung siya nga ba iyon. Amber is kissing someone else on a dance floor. She's with a boy who's smiling at her after their wild kisses. Uminit ang katawan ko sa iritasyon at sa gulat. Tinitigan ko ang itsura ng babae at pinagdududahan kung si Amber nga ba ang nakikita o kamukha niya lang. She won't kiss anyone because I'm her boyfriend. Bukod pa roon, what happened between us that afternoon was still very fresh to us. Hindi ko alam kung babalikan ko ba sa panonood ang video o iti-text si Amber ng diretso na para makita kung saan siya ngayon. Bago ako makapagdesisyon, tuloy-tuloy na pumasok ang mga videos ni Asen. I'm just concerned, man. I saw her, but when I saw her kissing someone, I couldn't believe that it was her. Kaso, sabi ng mga kaibigan ko, siya raw talaga. Alam kong umuwi ka at nag-resign sa trabaho para sa inyong relasyon. I don't wanna get involved, but if this is her, I feel really bad. Isa pa ulit na video na naghahalikan ang dalawa. I saw Amber smile. Mas klaro ngayon. Kung ang naunang video nasa dance floor sila, ngayon, napahilig na sa dingding ng bar at naghahalikan palalo. The boy was kissing her neck and dry humping on her while she looked so sensual. Parang sasabog ang ulo ko sa iritasyon lalo na dahil sa klaro ito ngayon. Nanlamig ang kamay ko kapapanood noon. It was a 1 minute and 32 seconds long video with Amber smiling on the first 5 seconds and the rest her eyes were closed and with that sensual look. Ang lalaking nakataob sa kanya ay hinahawakan siya sa mga pribadong parte ng katawan. Ang anggulo ng video hindi nagpapakita ng buo, pero sa galaw ng kamay at sa paraan ng diin niya sa kanyang balakang sa kay Amber, alam ko na kung ano ang ginagawa. There's another video with them doing it on a private room, on a sofa. This time, I saw the boy's hands search Amber's clothes while she didn't even protest. Malayo iyon dahil mukhang hindi na pwedeng lapitan pero kita sa kalidad ng video ang nangyayari. The boy was kissing her thoroughly on her chest. Hindi ko na namalayan na nakabangon na ako. I screamed out a strong curse and I want to throw my phone away. Sino ba ang binivideohan mo riyan, Asen? Kanina pa yan ah. The camera then turned black. Kakilala lang. Is that Amber Sevilla by the way in that VIP room? Saan? The blinds close. Oo, si Amber yon. Tsaka boyfriend niya yung kanina niya pangkahalikan sa dance floor. Hindi nakatiis ah. Nag-VIP private room talaga. Sana dinala na lang sa hotel, no? Said another voice and then his friends laughed. The video stopped and that was the end of it. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako nakahugot ng lakas para hindi itapon sa pader at wasakin ang cellphone na hawak. Siguro, ang pagpapakalma sa sarili at ang pag-asa na hindi siya yon o may iba siyang rason. Hindi ko alam anong ititip ako. I stared at my phone and the videos. Ako. Hindi yan si Amber. Kahit alam ko sa sarili ko na kaya ako galit ngayon kasi siya nga iyon. I know her and the short time I've known her, I have memorized her physical features. Wala lang kasi talaga akong makitang dahilan o magandang rason para ipaliwanag ang ginawang iyon. It doesn't help that boy's kisses flash on my mind as I remember the way I kissed her earlier that day. Earlier today, ni hindi niya pinagpabukas. At sino ang lalaking yon? Boyfriend niya? Nagka-boyfriend ba yon? O may boyfriend bang iba? She looks so innocent, ni hindi ko na tinanong kung nagka-boyfriend nga siya dahil halos sigurado akong hindi pa. My phone beeped for another video. It's a video of them going out of the club while Amber's head is resting on the boy's shoulder. Ang mga kamay ng lalaki nasa kanyang baywang habang nakikipag-high five sa mga kakilalang nakakasalubong. Mayabang na tumatawa ito na tila ba alam ng lahat kung ano ang susunod na mangyari. Amber's arms hugged him tightly and then they disappeared on the exit door. They literally got a room. Tumawa ang kaibigan ni Asen sa background at mabilis na nakat. Nanghina ako. Kahit anong pilit ko na hindi siya iyon, niloloko ko lang ang sarili ko. There's another text from Asen but I didn't have the mood to read more. Nangihina akong itinapon ng cellphone sa unahan ng kama ko at hinilot ang sentido. Natili akong ganoon sa loob siguro ng 30 minuto. I want to understand. I want to know what happened. Maybe she's just drunk. Pero hindi ko pa rin kaya lalo na't hindi man lang lumipas ang isang araw at ganoon na ang nakita ko. Punong-puno ako ng galit. I couldn't even chew on the drunk reason. I know she's innocent and naive, but why did she let herself drink too much to do that? Putang inang makakapatay yata ako ng tao sa galit ko, lalo na tuwing naiisip ko ang lalaking nang hahalik sa kanya. Lumabas ako ng kwarto. Gusto kong umalis ng bahay. Naabutan ko si Papa sa kusina na umiinom ng kung ano galing sa tasa. Susuot ko lang ng jacket, hindi siya nagsalita. My curses earlier were a bit violent and loud, so it's not surprising if I woke him up. Magpapalamig lang ako, sambit ko. Tumango siya at hindi na nagtanong kung bakit. Hindi ko kayang tanggapin ang rason na lasing siya. Hinayaan niya ang sarili niyang ganoon. May boyfriend siya. Bata pa siya at maaaring baguhan pa sa relasyon pero pangunahing patakaran yon sa relasyon. We don't need to fucking highlight the unspoken rules of a romantic relationship. Walang pwedeng halikan na ibang tao at lalong walang dapat gawa ng ganoon, lasing man. She should be more responsible for her actions. Fuck it. It didn't help that when I tried to ask Ethan about the boy, the only thing he could tell me is that he is her boyfriend. Lahat kasi ng tao rito, Jackson, ganun ang sagot sa akin. I seriously don't know much about Amber since I have no interest in her until today because of what happened, so I asked everyone in my circle about it. You know, Arthur Lopez is her best friend's cousin. Siya siguro ang masasabi kong pinaka-reliable na source ko at pareho ang sagot niya sa lahat. Harper is the name of that boy and he is her boyfriend. I am her boyfriend, I said angrily and hopelessly. Man, I know, alright? Rumor has it actually that before she went away, nahuli raw yan ng mami niya sa house party ng boyfriend. Nasa kwarto raw at alam mo na, imposible, I growled. Invited ang ibang kaibigan ko sa house party na iyon, kaya they saw it firsthand. I don't wanna be negative on this matter, but you should talk to her and ask her about this. Hanggang doon lang ang kayang bisitahin ng alaala ko. At ngayon ko lang iyon binisita ulit pagkatapos ng ilang taon, dahil lang sa kaunting napag-usapan kanina. I shifted uncomfortably on my seat as I unbuttoned the first buttons of my white long sleeves. It's a wonderful night here in Palace downtown and the view of Burj Khalifa is stunning. I just got here from Australia after assuming a head of office spot in a Dutch multinational company. Bago kasi ako pinabili ng shares sa oil refinery, tinanong ako ng CEO, ang dati kong boss, kung kailan ako magkakaroon ng pamilya. He sees me as a thirsty bachelor who wants nothing but excellence and fast growth in my career, no matter if they will all see me as a merciless business shark. Honestly, hindi ko nakuha ang pera ko sa pagiging empleyado. Kahit na malaki ang sweldo ko noon, it was not enough to grow fast. I invested the money I earned in the stock market. Fortunately, I think I am good at it. Ako mismo, nagmamonitor ng lahat, kaya kung pumalpak, wala akong ibang taong sisisihin. I got almost all of my funds from there. Unti-unti, nakakuha ako ng shares sa oil refinery. At lagi kong itinataon iyon kung kailan bagsak ang pangdaigdigang ekonomiya para mura ang pagkakabili. So, he wants to know if I'm doing all of this because I want to settle down or something. Siyempre, isa lang ang sagot ko, hindi. Ginagawa ko ito para magkaroon ng pangalan. That's when we started talking about my sudden resignation in the past. I didn't want to look back, but I did tonight. And even if he's gone to his hotel room to rest, nanatili sa utak ko ang mga pinag-usapan naming dalawa. She cheated on me. Above all of that, I can't believe that after seeing her miserable and hearing her announcement of her pregnancy, I'm on my knees without thinking, ni hindi ko na prinoseso ang pagpapatawad ko. Nang nalaman kong buntis siya, agad ko nang natanggap at agad akong natuwa. Gago lang, sino ba ang ganoon katanga para gawin ang ganoong reaksyon? Straight from being very angry to the point of teasing her and making her jealous, I was then there in front of her smiling and wanting to hug her out of happiness. The sense of victory, the feeling that she's coming back to me no matter what. Sa puntong iyon, hindi ko na inisip ang mga naiisip ko ngayon. I was just plain happy and excited. I did not even think about her cheating or if she did it with that boy too. Tanga nga siguro ako. Siguro hinintay ko lang na maayos kami at humupa ang galit ko. Siguro kahit meron ngang nangyari sa kanila o niloko niya man nga ako, magagawa ko pa ring patawarin siya. Ganoon ako katanga para sa kanya. Kasi kung hindi, paano ako natuwa at nagkaroon ng pag-asa sa puntong iyon? Hindi pa rin ako nagbabago ngayon, hindi ba? Kahit nagalit na ulit ako sa kanya dahil sa nangyari, kahit binibisita ko ang alaala ng araw na iyon, ng anak namin, para pa rin akong natutunaw sa saya, para pa rin akong mamamatay sa sakit. You know, Raul and Radley both have the means, right? Si Vincent Hidalgo na kanina ko pa kasama sa meeting na iyon. He'll design a tower here in Dubai and was hired by that same CEO. Kumunot ang noo ko dahil sa sinabi niya. The way you said it when he asked about Amber Sevilla, nagduda ka kung kasal nga ba iyon kay Nicolay de la Vega? Napainom ako roon. Months after what happened, I was still mourning when I heard the news of her engagement and sudden wedding with a dirty old fucking man. She cheated on me, but I don't think she'd go that fucking low and marry an old man to remain elite, Vince. Pero ewan ko, hindi ko alam. Baka nga mali ang pagkakakilala ko sa kanya. Fuck. I fell too much for her angelic face. Tumawa si Vince. Angelic-looking girls have their own kind of crazy, based on experience, Jax. Nagkatinginan kami ni Vince. Hindi ba yung De La Vega ang naririnig na sinasabing kabit ni Maria Emilia? Baka naman nagkamali ka. The papers won't lie though. It was in the newspapers, magazines, and sites. Marrying young in a rich and old businessman. I said that like I want to spit it. Talamak talaga ang ganyang mga modelo, no? Madalas talagang nakukuha ng matatandang mayayaman. Tama naman ang sinabi ni Vince, pero nairita ako dahil tinatanggap niya nga iyon ngayon. Pasundan mo na lang sa mga tauhan ng pinsan mo. Bakit? Ganyan gawain mo? I fired at him. He smirked. I do it myself, engineer. Sometimes I don't trust paid men. My family's gone because they trust other people too much. I'm not repeating that mistake. Ako mismo ang aalam sa mga ginagawa ni Yuri. Ayokong magkamali. Nagtagal ang tingin ko kay Vincent. He's got a point, but I remember when I first heard about it. Dagdag iyon sa galit ko. Dagdag pa sa depresyon ko ang katotohanang hindi ko kayang sumunod sa Amerika. May pera ako galing sa sweldo pero hindi magiging sapat iyon lalo na kung hindi ko alam kung nasaan siya at baka magtagal pa ako roon. I knew then how frustrating it is to be poor and to love someone of that status. Hindi ako kailanman nagalit sa estado ng aking pamilya bilang maralita pero noon labis ang iritasyon ko. I felt like it's a sin to be poor. If I was rich, I'd buy a ticket without hesitation and go to her. I'll find her. Payment to get her. I'll pay for hotel rooms for days, weeks, months until I get to her. Sana ganoon kadali noon pero hindi. Naabutan na lang ako ng galit at ng kawalan ng pag-asa. Naabutan na lang ng panibagong galit sa naririnig na balita kaya nang nagkapera pagkatapos ng ilang taon, hindi na sumagi sa isipan ko. Ngayon lang ulit. There is a big chance that it's not true. Sabi ni Raul sa akin nang umuwi ako sa Pilipinas pagkatapos noon. He looks unsure with his own answer. Kaya lang mabigat na espekulasyon iyon dahil lahat ng tao nakita ang pagkakasal at nabalita iyon. For him to say that it's not true, there must be something. My men are just here in the Philippines. Wala naman kasing rason na umalis pero ilan din ang nasa ibang bansa. Ginamit ni Radley noon. Hindi mo naman inutos, Jackson, pero pinatingnan na rin namin noong nasa Amerika sila. I didn't know you were interested. Hindi ko tuloy pinagbuti. And what information did you get? Fuck, I feel so damn low right now. Asking my cousin for any information about Amber Sevilla kahit na ganoon ang ginawa niya sa akin noon. Galit nga, tanga ka pa rin, Jackson. You know the De La Vegas are almost like the Levises and Samaniegos. They have their own men. Gaya ng sabi ko, hindi ko alam na interesado ka kaya nang sinubukan ko at naharangan ng tauhan ni Nicolay de la Vega, hindi ko na rin pinilit. Rice men were given documents that would prove their marriage, that they have son. Nagtiimbagang ako sa sinabi. She's living with de la Vega for years now. Simula rin noong pinagbuntis niya ang anak nila. Maria Emilia is living with them too. Broke on cash but not on properties. The conclusion was also that because she never dated anyone at all for years, kahit marami siyang manliligaw at co-models na lalaki. Kaya posible ngang yung matanda talaga ang asawa niya. Any sane woman will at least date someone to keep a fuck body. Tinanaw ako ni Raul at hindi ko na napigilan ang iritasyon sa mga sinabi niya. He looked satisfied at my annoyance. If she was indeed single. So, it was proven then that she's married to De La Vega. Binantaan ni Nicolay de la Vega na papatayin ng tauhan ni Radley kaya tinigil din namin sa huli. And how did you arrive with your own conclusion about it? Sabi mo hindi totoo, pero yan pala ang nakuha mo, Raul. Pagalit ko, sinabi. Dahil ang utos lang sa mga tauhan ay tingnan ang buhay niya sa Amerika, Jackson, not kidnap her, so why is Nicolay de la Vega so keen on keeping her out of our eyes? Why not let the truth speak for itself and show us that they really are doing all of it? Why give us info and give threats if we won't stop? Raul smirked at my shocked expression. Ayun ang tanging naging pag-asa ko. Tanging dahilan na tanga akong sumunod doon bit-bit ang impormasyon kung taga saan siya at marami pang iba. Yun din ang dahilan kung bakit dumable lang ang galit ko sa kanya at sa sarili ko. After days of my vacation near their neighborhood, I finally saw them. Palabas sa lobby si Amber. My chest pounded bad and that's when I realized how much of a dog I was. Anong ginagawa ko rito at para saan pa, hindi ba? Isinantabi ko ang galit ko at nilunok na lang ang pride ko. I was about to go near her when I saw who's behind. Sinundan siya ni Nicolay de la Vega, dala-dala ang isang lalaking anak. Nicolay carried the sleeping boy on his arms. Ang ulo ng bata nasa kanyang balikat at ang mga kamay ay pagod na nahuhulog. Nilingon ni Amber ang dalawa at nang may napansin, bumalik at nilapitan. My heart hurt as I watched them. I remember myself and so many what could have been. Isang bagay na matagal na nang huli kong ginawa. Hinaplos ni Amber ang ulo ng batang lalaki at nilagyan ng sombrero iyon. Nicolay smiled at her. She smiled at him and kissed the sleeping boy's forehead. That was all that I could take. I have come all the way here in pursuit of this. I can't do it anymore. Clearly, Raul's speculation was wrong. Wala rin naman kasi siyang ebidensyang nakalap na mali nga ang mga impormasyong nakuha nila. He just presumed after analyzing it. It was my own hope that made me believe Raj. Bukod pa roon, how could I miss the fact that she had a son? How did she have a son kung hindi niya nga tunay na asawa si Nicolay de la Vega? So stupid. Hindi ko na kayang sundan pa sila. Tama na ang pagpapakatanga. Tama na ang pagsisikap mag-isa. I feel so stupid. Pakiramdam ko, ako lang ang hindi nakaahon sa pangyayari at iyon ang gumatong sa alab ng aking galit para sa kanya. I would rather be angry at her than love blindly. Kaya iyon ang pinili ko sa mga sunod na mga nagdaang panahon. I need to accept that she's moved on, married her dirty old rich man, and filled the void of our lost child with another. It hurt me. It made me a monster. The pain of it all was too much that I couldn't take any other woman seriously, kahit pa anong abiso ng lahat sa akin. Jax, how are you with your date doon sa summit? Si Snow nang bumisita sila ni Kuya sa bagong gawang opisina ko. Ka-open lang ng pharmaceutical company. Pinili ko ito at inayos galing sa pagkakalugi. Fine. Girlfriend mo na? Snow asked. Pagod akong humilig sa swivel chair. Nagkatinginan kaming dalawa. She looked like an angel with criminal eyes. Meanwhile, my brother, her knight, is hovering on a sofa near her with a laptop in front. Not my type. Where? You were touchy with her. I saw photos. I was being polite. Humirap si Snow at lumapit sa lamesa ko. Alam mo ba nag-asawa ang kuya mo sa edad mo last year, Jax? Ikaw gagaya ka yata kay Raul at Radley ah. It's not a contest, Snow. But at least keep a girlfriend, she insisted. I ignored Snow and typed on my laptop. She wouldn't take the hint though. Umikot siya para lumapit sa akin. Umayos ako sa pagkakaupo at binalingan na siya. May irereto ako sa'yo. Maganda, isama mo siya sa next event mo. Patingin ang cellphone mo, ipapakita ko sa'yo ang mukha. Her name is Canary. Pinakita niya ang palad niya sa aking mukha. I looked at my brother as a sign of a cry for help but he only raised his brow and closed his laptop. Wala akong nagawa kundi ibigay kay Snow ang cellphone. Kinakabwebs na ang sockmed mo. I-open ko para i-follow mo si Canary. Nilakad na kita roon ha? Umiling ako at hinayaan na lang siya sa mga sinasabi niya. She is a model socialite. Napabaling ako kay Snow. She gave me a sharp look for a moment but she continued. She is not very much involved with modeling na nga lang. Maraming charity works at sobrang bait nito. She is an advocate for preserving the forest here in the Philippines and she's single. Lakad niya sa akin habang sinuswipe ang cellphone ko. Inilahad niya sa akin iyon pagkatapos. Hindi niya type yan. Panimula ni Kuya na lumapit para tingnan. Alam ko ang type ni Jackson. Shut up, Kuya. Sabi ko at kinuha na ang cellphone para tingnan nga ang profile ni Canary. She's pretty and she looks friendly. Snow was right with her humanitarian activities since it's all over her feed. All her photo shoots as a model were modest too. Like it, I murmured. conservative with her choice of gigs. Tumikim si Snow. May pinapatamaan ka ba riyan, Jax? What? I eyed her now. She made a face. Nararamdaman ko kasing may pinapatamaan ka roon sa conservative eh. Is this someone I know whose photoshoots are usually naked? Hindi na ako nagsalita. I don't know how the only person who can speak this lightly of her in front of me is Snow. Nangaasar si Kuya pero hindi kung hindi uunahan ni Snow. Hindi rin binabanggit na ni Papa, Raul, Radley, Tito Ares o Vincent ang kahit ano pagkatapos noong umuwi ako galing Amerika. Walang pasubaling binawi ni Snow ang cellphone ko. Lumapit pa lalo si Kuya sa kanya. Sa likod ko, naroon silang dalawa na abala sa kung ano. This is what you meant by it? Are you stalking her? Palusot ko. I don't stalk her but I know her past shoots. I don't look at her pictures. Mas lalo lang akong nagagalit. It's either lips, sand, or waves. Iyon lang ang nagko-cover sa katawan niya. Oh. Mabilis na ipinakita ni Snow sa akin ang picture ni Amber na nakakarampot na mga dahon ng niyog lang ang nakatabon. Marahas kong hinawi ang kamay niya. Tumawa si Kuya at nakisali na sa pagsuswipe. Ayan magagalit na yan, si Kuya. Snow flashed another one again with Amber wet and holding her round boobs. Marahas kong lalong nahawi ang kamay ni Snow. Oh no! Ikaw kasi! OMG! Snow said. Kinabahan ako roon lalo na dahil humagalpak si Kuya. Tumayo ako at nilayo ang swivel chair para tingnan ang nangyari sa cellphone ko. Na-heart ko ang picture niya sa Instagram dahil sa ginawa mo, she explained. What? Oo, ikaw kasi! Nataranta ako roon at agad binawi ang cellphone. Hindi ako tumitingin sa mga litrato niya at ayokong isipin niya na nakikibalita pa rin ako hanggang ngayon. Umiling ako. Mabilis kong pinindot ang heart para mawala. Pumikit ako at pinasadahan ng kamay ang buhok dahil sa iritasyon at kaba. Baka akala noon nakikibalita ako. I spat angrily at the couple who thinks it's all a joke. Sus! Kuya Sibal pointed at my screen again with Amber's face on it. He pointed at the 80,000 likes on her post. Akala mo naman mapapansin yun. Ang daming followers niyan at marami ring naglalike. Daming notification diyan kaya di ka na makikita. Alam ko dahil sa 10,000 likes ni Snow, minsan di niya napapansin na nagko-comment ako. Oo nga, Jax, and probably she has a team for that. She's not directly handling her account, kaya kahit na mag-comment ka riyan, hindi niya malalaman yon. Dagdag ni Snow. Nagtawanan ang dalawa, mas lalo lang akong naasar. Kabado pa, as if may kita no? Bulungan ng dalawang mas lalo ko ring ikinairita. I was about to walk out of my own office when Snow called for maybe another wave of her annoying tease. Nga pala, narinig ko kay Tita Athena, Jax, divorce na raw iyon. The hell I care. I shrugged evilly at her then continued walking towards the door. Malapit nang umuwi rin. Anald siguro, wala raw kasi sa records na ikinasal. Si Kuya, nagdagdag. I only waved and continued walking. I have no fucking interest with the woman who scarred me. Wala rin akong pakialam kung divorce man o annulled na siya. Good for her. That's what she gets for not being with me. That's what she gets for cheating and then leaving me. For marrying someone else that's not me. Ano Amber, can't get past through me? All the man you will try to kiss and make love to will remind you of me. You will look for me in all of them. You will never be satisfied. I vowed to myself evilly. Malademonyo ang ngiti ko habang iniisip iyon pero unti-unti rin napawi nang natanto kung bakit ko iyon hinihiling at isinusumpa. Kapag ganoon nga, anong gagawin mo Jackson? Kapag hindi nga siya makalimot sa'yo, kaya niya hiniwalayan ang matandang iyon, anong gagawin mo? Paano kung habulin ka niya bigla at sabihin na ikaw pa rin pala, pagkatapos ng lahat? Anong gagawin mo? I swallowed bitterly. Kunot-no akong inalis ang tingin sa pagkakatulala at pinutol ang dire-diretso kong kaisipan tungkol doon. I know what's the answer to all of those questions. I certainly know what's the next thing I would do. Umigting ang bagang ko habang naiisip iyon. I pushed a smile despite the angry eyes pulled with unshed tears of nothing but wrath. We lost a child. She left me. And then she married someone else and had their own baby. I wasn't a perfect boyfriend, but I did not cheat on her. I did not marry anyone to fill her gap, and I certainly didn't want to fill the void of our lost baby through having another one. Damn you, Amber Sevilla. Kung sakaling magkikita ulit tayo at malalaman kong mahal mo pa ako, Galit lang ang isusukli ko sa'yo, wala nang iba. Or that was what I thought I would do. It was a perfect excuse to get close to her, but little by little, I realized that's not the case anymore. The case was that I loved her and I can forgive her. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but the right feeling I should have kept for years was indifference, not anger. Kasi ang galit, gahibla lang ang agwat sa matinding pagmamahal. Wrath is sometimes misplaced passion. Anger is sometimes a cry of pain. Hate is sometimes bruised and broken love. It was a lot more different when the truth was slammed in front of me, all at once. She wasn't married with that perverted old man, at all. Though her relationship with him was shady, still it doesn't change the fact that she was never in a romantic relationship with that pervert, and most of all, her son is my son. Small but strong punches were thrown at me on our first meeting. The 6-year-old boy looked just like me. I am in awe. Matagal niya nang alam na nandyan ako. Hinihintay niya lang magpakita. Samantalang ako, sa mismong araw na iyon ko palang nalaman na may anak ako. That it was twins she was carrying. We lost one and kept another. I have a son. I have a child with Amber. The shock washed through me, but I know I can't stay stunned. My son is crying in front of me. Naniningil sa nawalang taon. Naniningil sa bagay na hindi ko alam kung mababayaran ko ba. What took you so long? What took you so long, Papa? I waited so hard. I waited. He cried. His voice and begging for answers was killing me. I pulled him to me again for a tight embrace as I kissed the side of his head, his ear, and I whispered the sincerest words I ever told anyone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I love you. I love you. Thinking about the pain of losing an unborn child hurt me, and whispering these words today felt like my salvation. A second chance of life, to right all my wrongs and to live again, to turn my grief back into what it's supposed to be, love. Naghintay ako! Naghintay ako, Papa! Papa, I tried hard not to break down to appear strong in front of my son, but I just couldn't hold it together. I'm sorry. I kept you waiting. I love you. Please forgive me, baby. I love you and your mother so much. I was miserable too. I thought I lost everything. I whispered even when I don't think he could ever understand what I'm feeling. The longing in his eyes as I took care of him that night. The silent plea for attention hurt me a lot. Gusto kong magalit kay Amber, pero siguro sa lahat ng kamalian ko at sa galit ko, ito nga ang nararapat sa akin. Ang pagkaitan ng anak, ang sakta ng mabuti. Don't go anymore! Don't leave us again! He begged me. Yumuko ako at pumikit. Tears pulled in my eyes. I can't bear hear my son beg for love from me. A memory drifted of a young girl who begged me not to leave her. I left her back then. That was why we started drifting apart. Now my son begs, I won't make the same mistake again. I glanced at Amber, who's crying now. Kinakausap ng kanyang ina at ng lalaking iyon. I gritted my teeth at my own conviction. I am not leaving this place without my son, and her. There is no way in hell they could ever be out of my sight again. I mentally mapped what I will do from that moment on. Napabaling si Amber sa akin. Nagkatinginan kami. I watched her sharply with an oath in my eyes. I knew she felt my conviction when she looked away like a guilty fucking kitten. Babawiin ko ang anak ko, Amber, at babawiin din kita. This love I have for Amber is decorated with so many other emotions along the way. There was anger, there was guilt, there was pain, and above all, there was grief. That was the main reason why after her, I couldn't get myself to like another girl. After her, I found no reason to create a family of my own. I felt like it was a betrayal to our lost little angel. Mas lalo ko iyon natutunan habang pinapanood ang mga dating video nila ni Jack. She looked so fragile and young when my baby boy was a baby. She suffered too much without me at aakuin ko ng buong buo ang kasalanang iyon. I was then weak, driven only by emotions. I let my jealousy and pain speak. I set aside my rationality and waited for the right time only to be slapped by the hard truth. It's all too late. Mahigpit ko niyakap si Amber habang nakaluhod. Isang gabi nang nawalan na ako ng lakas pagkatapos ng ilang taong pagkukunwaring hindi na masakit. I held on to her like my life depended on her. While my face is buried in her stomach, I felt the last drop of my frustration, wrath, and misery. Kung pinalagpas ko na lang sana ang kamalian niya noon, hindi sana ito nangyari. Kung nagpatawad ako agad, hindi na pinatagal, hindi na dinama ang sakit, hindi na sana nagkaganoon. Kung naging mas maayos ang isipan ko, hindi na gumanti, at inintindi na lang na takot lang siyang mawala ako kaya siya nagsinungaling, sana maayos ang lahat ngayon. Sana hindi naghirap ang anak ko. Sana hindi naghirap at nasaktan si Amber. Sana hindi nawala ang isa pang anak namin. I want so bad to have the power to turn back the time and right it all. To love her better and to give her room for errors. To be more considerate because we were both young and naive. I dragged myself out of the gutter. I earned my way to where I am now, even when it was almost impossible back then. Surely there is a fucking way to right this, to turn back the time and make everything okay. I want to ask for that godly power, because I think I can do anything if only I pour my heart out on it. I can't forgive myself. I don't think I could ever forgive myself from this. Ganoon ang naramdaman ko sa araw na iyon. Masayang-masaya ako nang nalaman buntis siya. How did I ever forget of the possibilities when I know what happened that day? My anger consumed my judgment too much. Jackson! Gago ka! Sigaw ni Papa sa akin at kwinalyuhan agad ako. Ilang beses pa akong masusuntok ni Papa kapag tungkol kay Amber. Naalala ko noong nakita niyang hinaharangan ko iyon habang tumatakas kasi nag-aaway kami. Kung hindi lang ako sinaway ni Papa, hindi sana iyon nakatakas at baka hinila ko iyon at sapilitang pagsasalitain pa para magkaliwanagan. Seryoso akong tumitig lang kay Papa. Hindi ba't sinabi ko sa'yong ikaw naggago ka? He shouted at me again. I just told him that Amber's pregnant with our baby. Break na kami noon at tuwing nagkikita, lalong nag-aaway. Naiisip ko kasi ang kataksilan niya. Ngayon, wala nang bigat iyon dahil magkakaanak kaming dalawa. If she loved her boyfriend back in Manila, well, she'll eventually forget him. I'll make her forget him. Hindi ba sinabi ko sa'yo na huwag mong gagawin ito, Jackson? Wala ka pang ibubuga. Sana inuna mo ang trabaho. Hinawakan ko ang kamay ni Papa na may hawak sa aking kwalyo. Papa, magkakatrabaho ako at mas pagbubutihin ko pa para kay Amber at sa magiging anak namin. Gaya ng sinabi nila, mas makulimlim ang dilim kapag katapos ng liwanag kaysa sa dilim na hindi kailanman nagliwanag. Mas malungkot ang buhay na miminsang nakatikim ng saya kaysa sa buhay na hindi. My life is darker because I was once given light through a hope of a child. It was dark before her, and now it's the darkest after her. It was as if I was given a taste of heaven before I was thrown to hell. It was as if I was only promised for a few seconds of sweetness only to be filled with bitterness forever. Hindi ako naniniwala! Sigaw ko sa ospital nang idineklara ng doktor ang pagkawala ng anak namin ni Amber. Papasukin niyo ako! Jackson, the patient has requested her peace. Isa pa, nagpapahinga siya, sabi ng doktor. I know damn well what her family can do just to keep Enriago away from them. I know because I know what they did to my brother. Doc, gusto lang po namin malaman ang totoo. Kakausapin ko si Maria Emilia. Si Papa habang hinahawakan ako kasi hindi na ako mapakali at gustong-gusto ko nang lagpasan ang lahat ng mga taong nagpipigil sa harap ko. Achilles, alam ko ang ginawa ni Maria Emilia sa pamilya mo at maaaring iniisip mo na isa ito sa kaya niyang gawin para malayo sa inyo. Pero itataya ko ang lisensya ko rito. I can give you the whole of the blood Amber lost from the miscarriage. If you want to check, you may opt for a DNA. Konti lang iyon kasi pinakaunang stage pa. That means it was still very fragile. Mas malaki ang posibilidad ng buong lakas kong tinulak ang nakahawak na guard sa akin dahilan ng tilian ng naroong mga nurse. I didn't want to be like a caveman and inflict violence in the hospital, but I couldn't seem to contain myself anymore. Jackson! Sigaw ni Papa hanggang sa inawat na ako ng mas maraming guard at pulis. We were thrown out of the hospital. Buong araw akong tulala noon. Hindi ko maalala kung ano ang naging reaksyon ko nang nalamang umalis si Amber. Masyado akong abala sa sakit na nararamdaman ko para sa magiging anak namin. I want to doubt it, But when I saw the transparent jar containing the blood she lost, our baby, I broke down for the first time in my life. Hindi ako makarinig sa kahit anong sabihin ni Papa, ni hindi ko kayang pakiharapan ang sino man sa mga kaibigan ko. They wanted me to tell them what happened, to release my pain, because that's how it should be, but I couldn't. I kept them all to myself. I knew then I will never be the same again. Sa harap ng dagat, mabining hangin, at mainit na sikat ng araw, inilibing ko ang sarili kong anak sa lugar kung saan kami madalas ni Amber noon. I didn't want to bury her in the cemetery. I want a peaceful and beautiful resting place for my lost daughter. On the cliff, watching the crystal clear blue waters, you will rest here. Nanginginig ang kamay ko habang mag-isang nililibing iyon. I thought of myself kneeling weakly, grieving. It was a heavy picture of a man who isn't only burying his daughter, but also burying himself. Your end was my end too. When I lost you, I lost myself. This is more than a sunburn to my heart. It wasn't even a skin-deep burn. It was a burn until my heart were ashes. It was death. For a fleeting moment, I felt that exactly as I stared to the unchanged arrangement of the rocks I settled there that day. Tinitigan ko iyon at ang sakit na nararamdaman ko noon, nanunuot na naman ngayon. Lumuhod si Jack doon. Nilalapag ang dalang bouquet ng bulaklak at nanatili sa ayos na ganoon. The last drop of my hope for the two of them to be here in front of me hurt me so much. At mag-aalab palalo iyon kung hindi lang napigilan ng hawak ng isang malamig na kamay sa akin. Pinagsalikop ni Amber ang aming mga daliri. Pinagsak ko ang tingin ko roon at nanatili na sa magkahawak naming kamay. She hugged my arm. Nag-angat siya ng tingin sa akin. There were tears in her eyes but she was smiling sweetly at me. Niyakap ko siya at tinuon na ang buong pansin sa kanya. She smiled more. "You are a good father, Jax," she whispered. She wiped the tears on her face. I gritted my teeth to keep my own pain, but my wife holds my heart. She memorized how to draw foreign feelings out of me. Kumunat ang noo ko at marahas na pinigilan ang sarili sa matinding kirot sa puso. Her praise to me hurt me so much, kasi taliwas ang iniisip ko sa sarili ko. I am the worst father. Hindi ko na mababawi ang lahat ng kamalian ko at kahit anong gawin ko, hindi ko na mababalikan pa ang panahon. I am the worst father. I lost our baby because I am stupid and useless. I lost them because I was selfish. I was foolish from the very beginning and I don't think I could ever rise from that. Kung sana mas maayos lang ang pagkatao ko, kung sana hindi ako ganito, hindi na sana nangyari ito. Tears flowed out of my eyes as I hushed to not disturb my son in front of us. Amber pulled me and hugged me tight. Mariin kong pinikit ang mga mata habang niyakap siya ng sobrang higpit. Ang dami kong gustong sabihin at lahat ng iyon, puro mga masasakit na salita para sa aking sarili. "Let's stop blaming ourselves," she whispered. Natili ako sa yakap niya. "It was just what's meant to be, Jax. We matured and found a way to each other again because of everything that's happened. Our son is this way too, because of everything. But you see, it's still perfect. We have each other, we love each other, and our son grew up to be a kind young boy. Kaya Jax, tingin ko, tama lang." Her voice soothed the monster within me. Natili akong tahimik. "If we turn back time and change some things, maybe we won't be the same people. Who knows, we might not end up with each other. We'll never really know." Huminga ako ng malalim at tumayo na maayos. Lumipat ako sa kanyang likod para hindi niya makita ang sakit na nararamdaman. She let me do that. "What happened in the past made us who we are today. And I love you today, Jax. I love my family today. I love my life today. I will love all of this tomorrow." I kissed Amber's cheek and calmed myself silently. "For Jack, for me, and for our daughter, you are the best father," she whispered reassuringly. "Thank you for burying her on my favorite place." "Our favorite place," I whispered. Tumango siya at binaba ang tingin sa aming anak na tahimik na nakatitig pa rin sa magagandang bulaklak na nilapag niya para sa kapatid. "Surely, she's in heaven with a grateful heart." The peace I'm feeling right now as I hold her and watch our son feel for his twin made me at calm. Maybe we lost her so we'll find each other again. Pareho tayo nawalan kaya tayong dalawa lang din ang makakaintindi at makakapawi noon. We lost her so we'll find our way back together for our son Jax. I sighed heavily and kissed her hair. Our burns in the past were blessings of the present and future. See, we have a son. And we have an angel. I have rested my heart completely because my wife is my peace and our family is my salvation. I kissed her more and whispered, "Thank you," I said sincerely, "for saving me. I'm yours forever, Amber. I love you." Nilingon niya ako at binigyan ng matamis na ngiti.